Okay, so here we have not a direct comparison of two boots, but a comparison of two style of boots, more specifically. Uh, the ever popular LL Bean boot, of course, being the one that set the standard or whatever. Um, I don't have that one. I have the similar Lacrosse boot, which was considerably cheaper on clearance at Sportsman's Guide quite some time ago. Obviously, I haven't worn them yet because I live in California and it doesn't rain that much. And when it does, I'm not necessarily needing rain boots. This one, however, does have like an insulated, I don't know how much of that's visible, kind of a Kevlar lining. It goes all the way through the toe, so I do wish I had gone a half a size up with these if I wanted to wear thicker socks, but otherwise they seem like a pretty correct fit, which of course is fine if you're just walking around the block, but if you're going up and down a lot of hills, as you know, is the same problem I've had with half the other pairs of boots I've mentioned so far in this channel. Kills my feet, and I don't use them for hiking like I sometimes want to. The sole has a bit of grippy. Again, how good these are going to be on ice, probably not super great, but hopefully better than nothing. But after just watching a video on, about the LL Bean boots, I can't say too much about these. That's, they're obviously styled after the traditional Bean boots. Slightly different color, which I liked. A little bit of texture to the. I'm sure this is. I don't know if this is leather or man-made material, but judging by the little scratching and whatnot, and I'm sure it's leather. But I could be wrong. and fooling myself, because for the price, it's entirely possible that these are not leather. I mean, the brand says established 1897, so they've been around for a while, but whether or not they're any good, I don't really know. Like I said, I bought them more for the price and the look than at the time really obsessed with, am I getting this quality or that quality? Like I said, I had frequently bought shoes and boots from Payless Shoes and had catastrophic failure with some and an okay experience with others. So, like I said, I don't really know what else to kind of say about that. Okay, so I looked at the inner tag in the thing, and sure enough, they say they're made of leather, and there's also a card here that tells me that my warranty expired probably several years ago. And it says, there is only one way to gain respect, earn it. So that's as good a motto as any, I guess. And like I said, I don't have anything to, really add about those boots yet until I get a chance to really try them on and take them out and see how they do. Which brings us to number 2, the RedHead. Now, obviously, here is a boot that, unlike the LL Bean boot, is never going to become a hit with the preppy class. And, unless it's some really, really temporary fad. Here you can get a kind of better look at sort of that Kevlar kind of lining. It might be slightly different, but similar principle. Here again, insulated. Now this one, I did not buy mail order, and I didn't go into extensively. The other boot I got from Sportsman's Guide, and let's just say I've had hit and miss relationship with their customer service and products for years, including, speaking of not being able to wear thick socks, I tried to order Army wool socks that they had advertised, and they sent me cotton socks. And then they say, well, you can always return them. It's like, yeah, but then I won't have any socks. So, of course, I have to keep the cotton socks, even though I didn't really need the cotton socks as much as I needed the wool socks, because the whole point is if your waterproof boot fails, I will have wool socks and not wet cotton sock feet. Anyway, so these instead, I had actually gone to Bass Pro Shops. Now, Bass Pro Shops, I I didn't like grow up with them. I had been to Springfield, Missouri, and never been to headquarters, Mecca, or whatever you want to call it. I was actually a Cabela's fan for quite some time. And then after the merger, it seemed like a lot of the Cabela's stuff I liked got discontinued. I'll be doing several videos on that. Some of those products, come more springtime probably. And maybe I should have included one in the wool shirt selection from yesterday. So if you want to check out that kind of video, I'll be having more clothing kind of videos. Anyways, so Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's merged and seemed to Cabela's kind of had a broad feel for like, oh, you do, there's different kinds of hunting, so there's different kinds of looks and different kinds of needs, not whereas Bass Pro has always been kind of more like, trailer bumpkin look. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, if you like wearing camo or you like wearing flannel, they pretty much got you covered, but they're not going to carry, safari gear that much. They, that kind of thing. It's still probably going to have, a pretty fair selection of like the upland hunting and stuff. But these boots, showing aspects of them, I don't know that I was necessarily on the market for a strict hunting boot. I think I was looking for like a waterproof option just for, basic hiking. And these were on clearance or whatever for $50. And so I was like, okay, I tried them on, and of course they fit pretty well but snug. And I knew they were snug. And again, we're back to the thick socks argument. Am I going to be, will I be able to wear thick socks with these? Not really. I took them out on the trail in the rain and was okay not getting the feet wet to the best of my memory. I don't know if this is nylon or Kevlar outsole, or outer shell, but they seem to be waterproof enough for what I paid and everything, but they absolutely just crushed my feet down the hill. And when I had bought them, the guy said, well, they don't come in a half size in the lower sizes. They jump up a size. And I didn't want to go up a full size because I figured then they'd be too big. So I couldn't get the half size. And, I don't know if these are discontinued model or not, but so yeah, I don't know when or how, where I will end up using these, because again, they don't look anything like a casual boot. But if it was raining hard enough and I was desperate enough and I just needed to keep my feet dry, I might grab these, but I would not want to take them out on the trail again, which is what they're supposed to be for, because they crush my feet. But if you're not size challenged like I am in your feet, that you might look for this kind of brand. And of course, if you want camo instead of the rubber leather heritage look, then of course you want camo at a price that maybe you can afford. I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not really trying to do advertisements here so much as just kind of show what's around and what I've experienced. And so, like I said, I don't get a lot of rain in the first place, so I can't, be of more help, because I'm not going to splurge on 30 different pairs of rain boots that I'll never wear. So that's kind of where it is.